What's happening there, guys, and welcome back to NBA Reloaded. The world was shocked when the news of Kobe Bryant's passing surfaced. He was considered as one of the best players the NBA had ever seen, but he wasn't just known for his incredible basketball talent. Kobe was one of the most kind-hearted and joyous players fans had ever seen. His charisma and skills were the reason his fan base was growing every day. So when it was announced that he was no more, the whole world was shook. Today, we'll tell you the sad truth about Kobe Bryant passing away. Stick with us till the end of the video because there are some things you might want to know about Kobe. So let's get right into all of this right now. Number 4, a true basketball GOAT. The NBA has seen plenty of names step onto the court. Michael Jordan, Kevin Durant, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, LeBron James, and so many others. But none of them influenced the game much like Kobe Bryant did. To many people, he was the best player of all time. His presence in the court was impeccable, and the man didn't shy away from any challenge. Kobe was an absolute beast at the game. Whatever the team needed, Kobe delivered in spades. From attacking to playing defensive, Kobe had the skills to turn any game into an easy victory. The Kobe scream before a three-pointer became such an infamous move that every kid just shouts the name before landing a hoop from afar. It's no wonder that he was considered a legend while he played the game because it was impossible to count him out. Another interesting thing about Kobe was his mentality. Not only did he have the skills to become a legend, he was also involved in keeping the team's morale high. Wherever Kobe played, it was obvious that the team would revolve around him and look up to him for ideas and motivation. The man had a strong mindset, which gave his teammates the push they needed to win. Number 3, a heart of gold. But Kobe Bryant wasn't just a fantastic player on the court. When he wasn't playing, he was still an icon and role model for others. Kobe also had other ventures which became extremely popular due to his influence. Despite his name, Kobe's businesses were a huge success because of their performance and not just his ideas. Kobe was also a generous person who made countless donations to charities and people in need. He had also taken the time to visit such affectees, giving them some incredible memories to look back to. So many people remember Kobe because his efforts eased the pain for surviving victims of natural disasters and diseases. It would be fair to say that Kobe was also a role model when it comes to family. He was a father of 2, and his relationship with his family is quite well known to everyone. Kobe's daughters were there to support their father at almost every game, and Kobe made sure that his family had fun and he was watching them. It's quite amazing to see how he made such an impact on the world by being a true gentleman, a loving father, and a great player. Number 2, how it happened. But all of that changed on January 26, 2020. The world was shocked to hear the news of Kobe Bryant passing away. It all seemed a bit difficult to believe at first, but when every news channel had the same report playing, fans all over the world were devastated. There was quite a state of disbelief everywhere, and people had to stop everything for a second just to realize they had lost one of the American basketball greats. It was Sunday when people learned that Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. The tragic event occurred in Calabasas. Initial reports gave a rough overview about the passengers, and later on, it was revealed how the crash had happened. Let's take a look at what happened in the incident. According to sources, the weather wasn't good that Sunday morning. Fog had covered the skies, so much so that law enforcement agencies had no other option but to seize all aerial activities for that day. Regardless, Kobe and his passengers left for their destination in the morning, and they had no issues with the fog at first. Flight tracker data revealed some interesting information about the entire flight. According to data, Kobe's helicopter first encountered fog when they were flying above the Los Angeles Zoo. The fog was too dense, and Kobe's helicopter had to go around the zoo at low height 6 times so that the fog could clear up. Even after circling at 875 feet, the weather didn't improve, and the pilot had to do something else. The helicopter turned north and started following the 118 freeway. He then had to turn left to fly right above the 101 freeway close to Woodland Hills, California. According to the data, Kobe's chopper encountered more severe fog from that point, so the pilot had no option but to turn south. It was a dangerous decision, however, as there were rocky mountains to their south. The pilot had an idea about the mountains, so he quickly gained altitude. From 1,200 feet, The pilot took the helicopter to 2,000 feet, but the pilot didn't have a clear idea about where exactly the mountains were. Sadly, at 9:45 a.m., Kobe's helicopter flew into a mountain at a height of 1,700 feet. The flight tracker data revealed that the chopper's speed was about 161 knots or 185 miles per hour. It's impossible to survive such a dangerous crash at that speed, and the world lost a true legend that day. According to initial reports, 3 people were reported to have died in the crash, but upon rescue activities and further investigation, a total of 9 people were reported dead in the incident. Also, reports said that the helicopter didn't have certain recommended flight instruments. Much evidence, including flight maps, audio recordings, and more data was recovered. Number 1. A father, a daughter, and 6 friends dead. Kobe Bryant's helicopter crash was no small deal. Soon after the incident, a fire broke out on the crash site. Emergency personnel said that they had to hike to get to the crash site. Sadly, they couldn't save anybody over there. It was believed that Kobe was traveling with 3 other passengers in his private helicopter. Later, 5 people were confirmed dead in the crash. According to the initial reports, among the dead were Kobe Bryant and his wife Vanessa Bryant. People later learned that Vanessa was not on that flight and was safe. However, the heartbreaking news of Gianna Bryant dying in the crash came out, and people were shocked. Gianna was only 13, and nobody could have believed that Kobe's little angel had passed away alongside him. According to sources, Kobe and his family were going for a game at the Mamba Academy in their helicopter. At first, it was also rumored that Rick Fox was also among the passengers on Kobe's chopper, but Rick's attorney confirmed that he had not boarded the chopper. Meanwhile, services confirmed that John Altabelli, a baseball coach at Orange Coast College, was one of the deceased passengers. Another passenger's identity was confirmed by Katrina Foley, the mayor of Costa Mesa. Christina Mauser was among the victims of the helicopter crash. She was a girls' basketball coach, and she also worked as an assistant for Kobe on his Mamba Girls Academy team. By the next day, all of the dead bodies had been identified. Later on, it was concluded that a total of 9 people were on the helicopter, 1 pilot, and 8 passengers. Nobody had survived the incident, as was stated by the responders who took a first look at the crash site. Among the deceased were Kobe Bryant, Gianna Bryant, John Altabelli, Carrie Altabelli, Alyssa Altabelli, Sarah Chester, Peyton Chester, Christina Mauser, and Ara Zobayan. Everyone was shocked by the tragic news. When the reports of Kobe Bryant passing away reached the Mamba Academy, there was an utter moment of disbelief. But soon, everybody got emotional, and players had to stop their game midway to kneel and take a moment of silence for their hero. There were teary eyes everywhere, and nobody had any idea what had happened at that moment. That's a wrap for today, guys. Thank you all for watching, and please show your support by liking this video. Let us know what you think in the comments section down below. We look forward to hearing your feedback on this matter. As always, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more great content, and do be sure to turn on post notifications so you never miss a video from us in the future. We'll be back here again with another interesting video real soon, so do stay tuned, and until then, take care and goodbye.